Good morning, everyone. Sorry, running a little bit late this morning. It's Friday, or it's Monday, so running a little bit late this morning. But I hope everybody's doing well. What's up, Missouri? Lucas, good morning. Seven, good morning. Lewis, what's up, brother? John, good morning. Hindsight, good morning. What's up, guys? Yeah, I just gotta wake up a little bit. I'm calling Mitch now. So just give me a second. I'll call Mitch. Yeah, like I said, sorry, I'm getting started a little late this morning, but not a bad morning in pre-market. There's a lot of gappers. You can see I'm watching MDGS here, gapping up from 129, although it does look like some type of split. It's up to 655 now. CODA gapping up from 373 to 770. SPCB gapping up from 214 to 240. TNXP gapping up from 395 to 475, and so not bad, not bad. What's up, Juan? Good morning. What's up, James? Good morning, brother. All right, so let's try to get in touch with Mitch. Let me try to call him on Skype real quick. Yeah, I needed my coffee this morning, Sean, for sure, brother. Oh, man. I went to bed last night at like 2 o'clock. And so I got like 5.5 hours of sleep, which is okay. That's what coffee's for. Let's see. So give me a second. I'm going to call Mitch on Skype. Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm going to call Mitch on Skype. It might take me like a minute or so. So 1 second, guys. All right, Mitch didn't answer. I'll text him, see if he's there. But yeah, look at this. All right, so let's see if any of these are actually tradable, but a lot of decent movers here. I'll go ahead and include my watch list to the chat. What's up, Huguetes? Good morning, brother. There's my watch list thus far. Still kind of looking to see what else I can find here. Let me go ahead and text Mitch real quick. All right. So, let's see if any of these are actually tradable. That's the biggest concerning thing this morning. MDGS is tradable. That's good. SPCB is tradable. That's good. CODA is not tradable. Oh, man, that's my favorite one, too. Unfortunately, unfortunately, CODA is not tradable, but TNXP is, and so I can trade these three. I just can't trade CODA. They'll probably add it tomorrow, I'm guessing. ARNC is tradable. BIOC is tradable. PIXY is tradable, I believe. Yep. INT is tradable. GENE is not tradable, unfortunately. ATIS is not, so that's 3 on my watch list. BBOX is tradable. And MU is tradable. So 3 out of, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 out of 12 are not tradable. A large majority of them are tradable, though, so that's good. A lot of options to watch this morning, and so good morning, Tiny. Good morning, Tiny. All right. But yeah, I definitely need to drink my coffee this morning. Running a little bit late this morning. All right, so yeah, BIOC starting to tank. I heard somebody say BIOC for a short. I mean, that could be a good one that I'm watching. What's up, Adrian? What's up, brother? Good morning, Tiny. But yeah, let's go over the news on some of these. I think MDGS is probably a split, is what I'm guessing here. You could see before it was at 120, so it has to be. It's probably some type of reverse split or something of the sorts. And so I'll go ahead and look up the news. I'll start it out with MDGS, the top right chart, just to see if it was in fact a split. Yeah, it's a 1-to-4 reverse split, which is what it looked like. Okay, so MDGS reverse split. I'll still watch it. CODA bottom right is the next one I'm looking at here. Alright, so CODA entered into an R&D pact for Divers Augmented Vision Display Heads-Up Display System, and they entered into it with the Navy. And so basically a contract with the Navy on CODA, and that's ultimately why it's up so much. CODA said early Monday is entered into a Navy Cooperative Research and Development Agreement, which is a CRADA. It's ultimately to transition the prototype of the Divers Augmented Vision Display Heads-Up Display System. Man, that's a long word. To transition the prototype of the Divers Augmented Vision Display Heads-Up System into a complete system that is ready for operational use with Naval Surface Warfare Center, Panama City Division. And so partnership with CODA, that's pretty good news. We'll see where it goes at the open. Another one I'm looking at is SPCB. This is a former runner. I remember trading this one a few weeks ago. And you can see it is up from 214 to 240. We'll see how if it tests that 250 level, if it gets rejected at the VWAP and so forth. And so we'll see how that one acts today. Looking at SPCB, it looks like SPCB, which is the bottom left, had good revenue, good Q1 results. They made $7.01 million, and that beat the 7 million street estimate for their Q1 sales for SPCB, and that's ultimately why it's been moving. We'll see where it goes at the open today. Also looking at TNXP. You can see the top left. Alright, so it sounds like it was a fast track designation. Yeah, it was a fast track designation from the US FDA for their biodrug TNX102SL, which is for treatment of agitation and Alzheimer's disease. And TNXP is up a decent amount on that FDA fast track news. You can see it's gapping up from 393 to 471, so a pretty big gap. So we'll watch TNXP as well. Moving on to ARNC here. You can see it's gapping up from 1738 to 1967. Let's look at this one now as well. Alright, so it sounds like ARNC signed a supply and development deal with Boeing and Lockheed Martin, and that's ultimately why ARNC is up. Yeah, it signed a new long-term contract with Boeing, which is an airline company. They're ultimately going to supply aluminum sheets and plate for all the models produced by Boeing commercial. So ARNC, good news on that one. Also looking at BIOC here. I like this one for a short more than anything, just because you can see it had this previous resistance here on Friday, and it broke underneath this 733 level in pre-market and after hours, and so now it's down to 665. Looking for it to possibly drop under 6. We'll see though. Could spike up. Never really know. Looking at PIXY, which I'm not even going to go over the news because these were ones that were moving on Friday, and so they're probably just up on technicals and momentum. Basically down about 50 cents so far in pre-market on PIXY. Down from 462, it's down to 412. So we'll see where Pixie goes as well. INNT gapping down some as well from 2370 to 1998. We'll look up the news on this one. INNT. I don't really see any recent news out on this one, and so this one's just down. I'll have to look to see why, but that's kind of weird. The latest news story that came out on this one was on the 6th of July, which was 10 days ago. Give me a second. This is INNT. Yeah, not really any news on why INNT is down. And then the last one I really want to look at, I can't trade this one, but it looks pretty good. Maybe you can trade it, is GENE, gapping up from 109 to 155. Basically a 33% gap up, a little bit, let's see, it'd be a little bit less than a 33% gap up. But looking good here. GENE gapping up from 105 to 155. Let's look up the news on this one and see why it's moving. All right, so they announced that they announced breast and colorectal cancer tests are to launch in October. The company expects melanoma, prostate cancer, type 2 diabetes, and cardio diseases tests to be available over the next 12 months. And so that's good news for GENE. We'll see where they actually go, though. I mean, it may be a puff piece. We'll see. But yeah, that's everything I'm watching thus far. Not a bad morning. Not a bad Friday, or not a bad Monday morning. We got a lot of stuff really moving here. So we'll see if we get some opportunities today. All right, let me catch back up with the chat. MDGS is a 6-to-1 reverse split. If I remember correctly, if that's the one. I believe it's it's 6-to-1 reverse split. Good morning, Tiny. Davian, what's up, brother? Good morning. D. Evan, good morning. NYC, good morning. Lucas, good morning. Bluebird, Leandro, DSA, good morning. What do I think of Dare? I mean, I like it if it breaks underneath the closing price at 130. So if it breaks under here, it looks good. I don't know if it'll necessarily push up, just because, I mean, it went all the way up to 165, and now it's all the way back to almost break even from where the closing price was. It's like 9 cents away from it. And so I'm looking at it to drop and break under this closing price down here at, 129. See if it can crack under that, and 125, maybe short it. Depending on what the daily looks like. But like I said, I'm not really an investment professional, not liable for any losses you take. Always have to make your own assessment of the market. I don't really like telling people, what specifically to do. So just for liability reasons, I have to say that. But yeah, I'm more short bias with it. We'll see. Maybe a short down to 112 looks reasonable. Gonna watch it. Keep my eye on it. Good morning, Carlos, Leandro, Doug. What's up, guys? RGSE up 16%. Yeah, RGSE is up. I think I can actually trade this one too. RGSE is tradable on TradeNet, so I can trade that one. Let's see what else. AXTI. Somebody else is telling me to look at AXTI. Looking good. All right, so not a bad little morning here. I wish I could trade Gene. Unfortunately, I can't. ARNC. I guess I'll watch ARNC. It looks okay. Looking at some of these for shorts, honestly. Really want some of these to head down. Give me a good short opportunity. Try to find a VWAP fade in here. That's really what I'm looking at. NXTD got that bump 7. All right, let's check out NXTD. Not enough volume. I want to see the volume come in for sure here on NXTD. Watching PIXY as well. Like one thing I'm really watching, like one thing I'm really gonna start focusing on here is that you have these second day, you have these big parabolic movers. Like this one's up from 254. I don't know if I'd call this parabolic, but it ran a huge amount on Friday. And now it's starting to kind of come down here in after hours or in pre-market today, and so I'm gonna watch it to see if it'll break under 4 and maybe wash out underneath the VWAP, give me a good short fade. So we'll see. What's going on, Tony? Nice, nice. Congrats. That's awesome. Yeah, just keep at it. Yeah, you have the flow going, Tiny, so just keep at it. You're doing awesome. Oh yeah, guys, thank you for helping me break 5,000 subscribers. I broke 5,000 over the weekend, and so yeah, excited to have over 5,000 subscribers now, so I thought that was cool. So appreciate all the support, guys. Oh man, I didn't get enough sleep last night, honestly. Hopefully I think okay for trading. I guess I could try to call Mitch one more time. See if Mitch is gonna stream. All right. Yeah, no problem, Tony. Congrats. You're doing awesome. Hey, appreciate it, sweetie pie, and appreciate it, cool. Yeah, what's up, Tyrell? What's up, brother? Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I broke 5,000. I was pumped about it. It was pretty cool to break it. I've grown by a lot actually in the last month. Yeah, Mitch isn't answering this morning. He's probably sleeping in. Happens sometimes, but yeah, in the last month I've grown by over 1,000 subscribers, which I thought was cool. That's like the most I've ever grown in a month. I used to grow by like 500 or 600 subs. Now I grew by 1,000 last month, and so in the last 30 days, and so I thought that was really nice. It's growing fast, so. Which setup? Yeah, this is TradeNet, sweetie pie. Yeah, if you need the link, I have a link for TradeNet that gets you 10% off any course you choose. I do get a small commission from it. Like I always try to tell anybody though, like the biggest problem with TradeNet is like a lot of these stocks, some stocks aren't tradable. Like one of the biggest movers today was CODA. Really nice volume, and it's not tradable on TradeNet, and so it's kind of kind of bums me out that some of these aren't tradable. But if you want the link, but aside from that, like I make it work. It's just about whether it's okay for you. Like another one, GENE looks really good this morning, and it's not tradable either. And I'm sure they'll probably add it within the next few days. But that's the biggest flaw of TradeNet is that a lot of these some stocks aren't tradable, and so it's kind of a guessing game which stocks you're gonna actually be able to trade. What's up, Anthony? Doing well, brother. Doing well. Appreciate it, Tidy. Yeah, I got a link that'll give you 10% off if you guys want it. Yeah, give me 1 second, guys. I'll get the link out. All right, so we'll see how like the last month or so has been okay for trading. Like if I would have used the same share size with each trade, I would have definitely been profitable. Just to kind of give you a rundown. So last week I had 3 profitable days and 2 losing days. The week before I had like 4 losing days, and so the week before was pretty bad. The week before that, I had 3 green days and 2 losing days, and then the week before that was the same. I had 3 green days and 2 losing days. And usually the 2 losing days are on the same days every week. It's always Wednesday and Friday. And so what does that tell me? That tells me that historically and statistically, my best trading happens on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. But 3 out of 4 of the last in the last month, 3 out of 4 weeks in the last month have been profitable weeks. They've been green weeks. I've had 3 profitable days and 2 losing days, and so it's been pretty good. I'm definitely excited. Starting to show some consistency there, and I think I should start to slowly scale into bigger sizing, so I'll actually be able to see those gains a little bit more. I appreciate the sub, TJ. Appreciate the sub, Amka. Welcome, guys. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'm getting the TradeNet link now. I had a few people that asked about it, so I'll get that now. And Adrian's World, I'll also give you a shout out once, like right around the end of the stream. When I'm about to close the stream down, I'll post your link, brother. So just let me finish the stream, and I'll give you a shout out, man. Let me see, what did I do? I can't short it now. Yeah, TNXP is tradable, Adrian. I mean, this morning I have 12 stocks on my watch list, and there's 3 out of those 12 are not tradable. So roughly 25% of my watch list isn't tradable. And so I mean it's only 25% today, but sometimes it's around half, and sometimes it's less than 25%. And so it's kind of a coin flip about what kind of day it's going to be on TradeNet. And so regardless, I can still trade at least a few stocks every day. It's just about whether it's worth it is subjective, and so you want to figure out whether it's worth it for you. I think it's worth it for me, but it might not, you might not consider that. And so here's the link. What's up, Joshua? Good morning, brother. All right, so there is my TradeNet link. If you go to that link, it gets you a little bit off your TradeNet packages. And so if you go through that link, it'll give you 10% off your TradeNet package. What's up, Lawrence? How am I determining my position size? Usually at this point, if the stock is under $5, I try to go with 150, 100, 150 shares. If the stock's over $5, maybe a little bit less, 75 to 100. And as the price of the stock gets more expensive, I kind of try to analyze the range of the stock first to see how quickly it's moving before I jump in. And so that's basically what I've been doing here. Good morning, Sean. What's up, brother? All right, sorry about that. My wife had to ask me a question. Good morning, the best. What's up, guys? But yeah, it's not that bad of a morning. It's pretty decent. But yeah, no worries, Adrian. I actually check out your scanner sometimes, brother. So I don't mind giving you a shout out, man. But yeah, so this morning, watching for that VWAP fade setup that I've been using a decent amount here, that Mitch and I have kind of adopted as our own. And so watching for the VWAP fade setup in a lot of these, watching SPCB, ARNC, TNXP, CODA, BOIC, a few other ones here. Not a bad morning, not, pretty decent volatility, a lot of gappers this morning, so not too bad here. But yeah, I mean, if you know me and if you've watched me trade, usually I'm pretty short biased with a lot of these. And so we'll see. They could easily push up, but I kind of look at them with a short eye, here. And so we'll see what happens. Nice, Sonic. What, the trade net link, Lucas? Yeah, I probably should. I just feel like I have my bot. My bot's already working overtime here. He's always posting a bunch of different stuff, and so I figure if anybody asks me for the link, I just don't want to jam it down people's throats. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to force it. Like I try to be honest with people about it. I don't want to seem like a sleazy salesman. Like I just try to be. That's why anytime I give anybody the link, I always try to tell them, yeah, I love TradeNet, but certain stocks aren't tradable. You want to take that into consideration, and you really do. And so I try to be honest with people about it because, you don't want to get TradeNet, or it's not even TradeNet. You're not even trading through TradeNet. You're trading through TEFs, as you can see, TEFS. They're the ones that are supplying you with your funded account. But you don't want to get access to them and then try to trade a bunch of stocks, find out they're not tradable, and then be mad at me. And so I'd rather just be honest with people and just tell them, look, some of these stocks aren't tradable. I give them today as an example, CODA isn't tradable, GENE. And I just try to be as honest as I can with people so they know. Oh, man. But yeah, not a bad Monday, guys. Okay, so Mitch says he's getting on. Let me give him a call. Give me 1 second. Mitch should be on. Well, I tried calling Mitch again, but he didn't answer again. All right, so let me see. That bot is always talking blank about me. Kind of sick of it, to be honest. Yeah, Seven. I programmed him to do that. Seven. The basic truth of it is, man, I just don't like you. You know what I mean? And so I kind of attack. I kind of sick my bot on you and have him, attack you. Make you feel bad. And that's kind of what makes me happy, Seven. So, yeah. Why don't you use Robinhood? I actually withdrew my money from my Robinhood account and I used Webull for a little bit of time, and then I haven't really used any of them. I've been really busy, and so I haven't had the chance to use some of them. But I've historically traded with Robinhood a decent amount. I've traded with a bunch of different brokers, and so yeah, that's probably right. Who get this? There's Mitch. Yo, what's up, man? You're good, man. You're good. We still got a few minutes left. Yeah, seven. No, I'm just messing with you, brother. I wasn't being serious, Seven. Seven's like the OG in the chat, one of the OGs, and so I don't, I want him to know I was just joking. But yeah, Mitch, not a bad morning this far, man. ARNC, TNXP, SPCB, PIXY moving a little bit, ARNC, BIOC, INNT, ATIS, so not too bad. The only ones that aren't are CODA, GENE isn't tradable, and I think ATIS. But everything else I'm watching is. I don't know what eToro copy trading is, man. Explain to me what it is. I've never heard of it. I appreciate the sub, Andy. Welcome, brother. Also, DK. I appreciate the sub. Welcome, guys. Oh, they can't hear you, Mitch. Hold on. Here, testing real quick. All right, Mitch, say something.
All right. Coming in here. How you guys doing?
There we go.
What's going on, guys?
All right, that should be good. Let me know if you can hear Mitch. That should be good, though. All right. Got to get my coffee intake this morning,
Yeah. Yeah, gonna watch SNES also.
SNES.
Yeah.
Yeah, SNES starting to spike. Look good. Got a little bit of volume coming in there. Yeah, I believe it's tradable as well.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so SNES, moving over to my main watch. All right,
So,
good, good.
John, what we doing today, man? We stepping on up. How we feeling?
Oh man, I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. I didn't get that much sleep last night, and so I don't
All
know.
right. So this, hey, all you gotta do is determine it.
Right, I just gotta take it slow today. Try to go to bed at a reasonable time tomorrow or tonight.
I know how that is, bro. Monday mornings, man.
Yeah,
I'm coming to the computer just now.
right. Hey man, Mondays are the best for volume, the
Hey,
worst
hey,
for.
how you doing, Leo? You're out there by Florida Mall. If you ever want to meet up, you're more than welcome, man. Just hit me up.
Yeah, we got Mitch in the house. You know. Oh man, but yeah, market opens up in 5 minutes. BIOC. I don't know about BIOC. I mean, it could very easily spike. I'm more short biased with it, but I think trading has made me humble enough to where I know this thing could go the opposite way I'm looking for. So we'll see. Looking for it to break under 6. You know, I mean, it's a former parabolic runner, but it's starting to look a little weak here, and it's up from a very small amount. So we'll watch it, but I'm gonna determine my thesis after the open, I believe. Good, good. Yeah, we got 5 minutes, Sean. Yeah, sorry about that, Alex. Sorry about that, brother. ATIS, get that volume spike. Yeah, it's gapping up some here, watching it. Oh, RGSC is kind of gapping up a little bit as well. I believe 2, Alex. You know, if you're, I mean, let's just say, for me, I have a lot of family members that have signed up. You know what I mean? And they use it too, and so. But yeah, SNES is looking okay here. 163, gapping up to 185. Want to see a little bit more volume. We'll see where it heads here. BIOC spread's getting a little bit worse than pre for BIOC. We'll see if it tanks. Yeah, ARNC maybe, Jacob. We'll see. I'm gonna watch it for sure. It's all about the setup. I don't really like to determine whether I'm gonna trade it like right now. I'll watch it for sure. Looking for it to break underneath the VWAP and then get rejected there, and then fade away, not rejection. I don't really want the VWAP fade. I'd prefer the VWAP rejection here. Yeah, Bitcoin is spiking 7. Appreciate that. Yeah, that can make a lot of these crypto stocks move. All right, guys, we have about a minute left, a minute and a half. So good luck all. Spread getting a little worse for BIOC. All right, guys, we got a minute and 10 seconds. All right, let's just have some patience today, Mitch.
Yeah, definitely.
EGY pulling back. All right, guys, we got a minute left. But yeah, SPCB starting to tank a little bit here in pre, down to 235. It's only gapping up a small amount for SPCB now, so we'll see where it goes. PIXY starting to spike up and test the VWAP a little bit, gapping down a significant amount though, so we'll see where it goes as well. For the most part, Alex, I'm pretty short biased. I rarely go long, just because I've had the best results going short. I mean, I don't really like to say what's going up. I like a few things for shorts and a few things for longs. Like, for instance, watching TNXP for a possible short. Same thing with ARNC. Same thing with SPCB. BIOC, PIXY. Watching a few things for short, but some of these could easily push up, like I said. Here's the bell coming up now, so good luck, guys. Right now. There's the bell.
All right. Like always, signal out. You see anything right
Yep.
out the open. I'm watching B box also.
TNXP starting to drop some. BIOC spread's pretty bad watching it though. TNXP starting to drop. TNXP starting to push back up some. Finding some support at 150. Watching TNXP. We'll see what else. INNT starting to drop some. ARNC.
SPCB, move to 240s. That I'm looking for that. Maybe a VWAP fade there.
Keep an eye on it. SNES starting to spike back up here. It's about to start testing the high of pre-market. BIOC pushing up here. It's up to 690 now. 695 on the ask. ARNC testing the VWAP again here. Looking for some of these to start giving a bearish trend here. Waiting for, it's only 3 minutes after the open, so still waiting for a few to pass, a few more minutes to pass here. GENE, although it's not tradable, unfortunately. We'll see if BIOC spikes anymore. But yeah, there goes ARNC breaking underneath the VWAP, testing 1950 now. There goes the low of the day break on TNXP. TNDM, Zach. What's up, brother? SPCB, maybe VWAP test here. Hey, Juan. I shouldn't doubt you, brother. I shouldn't doubt you, man. Alright, there goes ARNC breaking under the VWAP. If it bounces up to the VWAP here, I'll consider shorting it. Gonna give it a little bit of time first, but watching ARNC. Watching SPCB as well. All right, there's a bounce to the VWAP on SPCB, but it's not in a bearish trend, and so for that reason, not really trying to mess with that one. BIOC getting close here. Here goes there goes ARNC for the VWAP test. Not quite got it. It didn't quite get up to where I was looking for. I was looking for a bounce a little bit higher up to the 1950s. It got up to 1944, so not quite there on ARNC for my trade idea. BIOC getting squeezed up. Hey, Juan was right.
Squeezed. I'm also looking at GLMD. Bounce there to 1497 there.
I do like this one.
Getting some momentum, guys, there. Up
Yep.
there to 730s now. SPCB back underneath the VWAP there.
Yep.
I'll give it a little time though, because it went a little bit too high for me personally. I would have liked that hold the 240s. There's BIOC just taking off like a rocket.
Up to 760. Hey, Juan. Congrats, brother. That was a nice trade call, bro. Watching ARNC pretty close here. Definitely a bearish trend at this point. Watching for a bounce up to this high right here. I may jump in with the risk of the 1950 level here. See if we can bounce that high. That's what I'm really watching for this one. There goes GLMD starting to tank. That one looks good in hindsight, but spread was a little gnarly, but nice little VWAP fade there. I'll be right back, Mitch, so just take the chat over. I'll be right back, brother.
Alright, guys, watching SPCB, guys, and GLMD. GLMD kind of looked really interesting when it was popping up. I was thinking about taking there in the 1496 area, $15. Didn't get to $15 though. That's why I was gonna put in my order. All right. All right, guys, watching I. Also, I feel like it's gonna do a reverse red to green move. There's SPCB, guys, just taking down there, guys.
All right, I'm back. Man, look at GLMD, brother. Man, that one hurts, dude.
GLMD and also SPCB there. I was thinking about 240s, but it went to 245. Without that wick there, I'd be probably in this stock at 240 there.
Right.
Coming down there to 225s there already. Could have took half profit. And looking to add there on a bounce.
Man, that was it. We missed it, bro.
Yeah, man. It was more along. I was thinking about taking it, but it went up to 245, and that was my only concern there.
Right. MDGS is halted. I forgot to look at MDGS. All right, watching for a bounce on ARNC. Watching pretty closely here. Here's another bounce on SPCB. MDGS, man, MDGS getting squeezed. Okay, so I might start to scale into a small position here with ARNC. Just going to start buying small here with a 40 share position. Look to try to get up to 100.
I see Cali, guys. Cali also on the top list, just to watch out for that. It is tradable. Just let you guys know it is tradable.
All right, I see it.
Heavy resistance in the 350s, 340 ranges. It's right now in the $3.
All right, so here goes ARNC. I didn't get a chance to add to my position, but it's dropping pretty nicely here. Really quick. Looks like it's going to test the lows. Just broke the lows. A little bit too late for me with this one. But I'm watching it closely here. Still holding on to a small position. Hopefully it continues. It's in a very bearish trend, but it just bounced off those lows. Still trying to drop down to 1911, testing these lows. There's the quick break. I'm going to go ahead and get out here. Oh, yeah, I got out. I didn't mean to. I got out for a 640 gain. Just kind of one of those tester trades where I get in looking to add, and I just didn't get that chance to. I would have really loved to add if it continued to push up here. Looking to add with a stop set at this 1945 level is what my plan was. And then if I would have added to take a partial at the low of the day. Just didn't give me that chance. I'll get out for the small gain. Not a bad little feeler trade to get my feet wet for my first trade this morning. So still kind of watching everything here. Not sure why, Mitch. What's up, Mr. Eric? MDGS is unhalted here. Yeah, there it goes. Man, this thing's crazy this morning. It had a 6-to-1 reverse split. Now it's up to almost over $9 here. So interesting move. Gonna keep an eye on it. There's the crack here and under the lows again on ARNC. It's definitely in a bearish trend. I like the little bear flag entry I had. Maybe should have used a little bit larger sizing, but I don't mind that entry there. Look at GENE. I can't trade GENE, but you can see GENE spiking up here after forming somewhat of a triangle. Spiking up to 165.
Guys, TNXP getting some momentum there.
Also GLMD spiking up. GLMD spiking up here. It looks kind of like TNXP, so I'd be careful for a squeeze up, but watching it. Seven, man, that legitimately made me laugh. Somebody asked if I trade for a living. Seven says he actually sells meats from birds of prey on the black market. That's true. How'd you find out, Seven? How'd you find out, bro?
aged meats, man. Aged meats.
Man. It's all about the aged, you know. But nah, man. I mean, I don't make a living by trading per se. I'm still not quite there yet. You know, I'm still a relatively new trader. Been trading for about a year, just trying to find consistency. Not really trying to make, you know, a full source of income at this point. Well, I mean, of course, I'm trying for that, but as of this point, I haven't. You know. What's up, James? Kind of bummed out I got out of ARNC. I think this would have been a good little ad area right here. Look at Pixie, guys. Pixie's washing out too. Might have been one of those ones I missed. Yeah, look at Pixie. Nice little bear flag there. Right around $4.
Oh, this is one to watch. Was not watching
Pixie?
that one.
Yeah.
Man. I remember that one was on the chart yesterday. On Friday it went up. second day red. That's what the ones we got to be looking for.
Right. That's
That would have
that.
been nice at the open.
That's it, man. And I'm watching GLMD here. The only thing that's stopping me from getting in GLMD is the spread. Kind of a gnarly spread there. About a 15, 14 cent spread. So just a little bit too much for me to jump in. But man, look at that drop on PIXY. That's what I said. That bear flag looked good. I just caught it a little bit late. Just noticed it a
Yeah,
little bit late.
man. That's just not being ready today. This was definitely a stock. Day two, huge runner on day one.
Look at
You got to
GL.
look for it.
Look at GLMD. Spread's getting a little bit better. Bouncing up to that VWAP area here. This is kind of it right here. This is that VWAP fade, or that VWAP fade setup. Let me see. GLMD, what's a reasonable shear size? 50. Maybe add. Set a stop risk at 1496. Potential reward at 1440. Ugh, there's the drop. Barely missed it. Was calculating the risk reward on it. See if we get a pop back up there. See what GLMD did on Friday.
It actually held those 15s. Remember, I was trading it, and I took after it broke, it did like a cup and handle, and it held those 15s.
Right, nice.
That's what it did.
Hey, happy to hear that, Mar. Congrats, brother. Happy to help, man. Happy to help. Don't really have the volume I like for GLMD. I'm scared if the volume comes in, it's going to spike hard. It's getting too close to that VWAP area. I mean, my risk is good. My reward's good as well. But... Alright, so ARNC kind of starting to come back down here. Like I said, this would have been a nice little add area around that 1920.4 ARNC. MDGS halted again on the way down. It's a scary halt. I have no interest in being stuck in, you know. Alright, so ARNC, yeah, see, this is why Monday mornings I probably have one of the best win rates for Mondays. But look at everything, man. PIXY bearish, bear flagging, ARNC bear flagging, GLMD pushing down some after this VWAP fade setup. Just couldn't get myself to jump in that one. Yeah, a lot of bearish action here. CODA. Yeah, I don't think I can trade CODA. But CODA looking weak here. Basically what I look for, my VWAP, I just have I look for a bearish trend, a spike to the VWAP, like GLMD is a good example. Like a bearish trend, spike to the VWAP here up to this $15 level, and then you can see it continues dropping. I have a very specific plan with it. Basically, I get in on a bounce. I plan to take a partial or the full position at the low of the day, depending on how many shares I've taken. Stops usually set at the next support level for good risk reward, and so that's kind of my plan every time I get into it. Sometimes I'm not the best at following my plan. SPCB. Yeah, SPCB bouncing up to the VWAP, some fading way down. It just doesn't have the best volume here. That's the biggest concerning aspect of SPCB is the volume's just so low right now. Yeah, GENE was one that I said I was watching. Spiking up really nicely. I can't trade this one on TradeNet, unfortunately. But it looks really good here, spiking up nicely. ARNC starting to spike. If it breaks 1930 for ARNC, it could start reversing here. Usually I look for this as a VWAP fade setup, but you can see if it breaks this, it kind of breaks the bear trend here. We'll see if it gets over there. Still looking a little weak though. Yeah, watching Gene for sure. Bear flagging a lot this morning. Let me look at some of my other scanners. See what else is popping up here. Dare, D-A-R-E. Getting a big volume spike. Look at Dare here, guys. Dare up to $1.53. Getting a nice little volume spike there. See what Pixie does here. We'll see if Pixie comes back down, starts testing these lows. Looks interesting. DARA. The biggest problem that scares me with DARA is all these topping tails here. You can see up wicks on all of these green candles up here and this red candle. So we'll see. Also could be a 1 minute pullback, but it would need to break this high down here. So keeping an eye on DARE as well. MDGS. MDGS is kind of going crazy here. It's resumed. So you can see MDGS here, down here. After gapping down in the halt, it's down to 730s. But it's moving a ton here, so watching this one. Spiking up a little bit here. BIOC is just, it pulled up really nicely. Now it's bouncing off the VWAP level at 7. Kind of a crucial level for it here. Watching BIOC, see if it gets rejected on the way down. ARNC seems to have found a lot of support at this $19 level, and so we'll see what it does, see how it acts here with everything. It's kind of sideways, going sideways for the last few minutes, and so watching it, see what it ends up doing. MDGS breaking down, trying to break under 7 here. Kind of the crucial level with ARNC is over this 1930 level. Sideways, it's still in a sideways kind of consolidation trend at this point. Still watching Pixie here, see if it eventually tests these lows for the low of the day test. Here's ARNC testing that 1930 level. Like I said, that's the crucial level there, so watching it. See what it does at 1930. Don't want to get squeezed up here. There's the 1930 break. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the squeeze. It's testing the VWAP now. We'll see if it fades back down.
Right, alright. Looking for my trade, guys. Looking for my trade. Almost there, man. Just seeing a couple stocks develop here.
Watching ARNC, I mean, it's testing the VWAP here. Looking strong, though. I mean, if it gets squeezed over the VWAP, it could start to reverse here and head up. So watching that, keeping an eye on that. Also looking at INNT for a possible VWAP fade, although the spread's kind of gnarly on that one. And watching PIXY for a VWAP, or for a bear flag here. See if it comes back down. Alright, there goes MDGS, about to crack the lows here, testing the lows of the day. ARNC breaking over the VWAP here. The next support level is right around 1960, and I mean obviously 1950 there, so we'll see. BIOC may be breaking underneath the VWAP here, watching that as well. And INNT, see if it fades back down away from the VWAP. DWT. DWT breaking the highs here. Pre-market breaking over that 725 high. Pre-market, it's at 727 now, watching it. But man, GENE trying to test that previous high. We'll see what this is kind of the make or break level for GENE here. If you look at GENE, it's trying to break over that 180 level. It's also got that high at 192 to keep an eye on. Here goes ARNC coming back down, so it may be a VWAP fade. Just looked a little too scary here. Still finding that resistance at 1944, watching that. Shake Shack, what's the ticker name for Shake Shack? Ahmed says this is a scam. Is that what you're saying? You're saying I'm a scam? All right, bro. Whatever you think, man. I don't know what I'm scamming, but, you know. Nice, Doug. Congrats, brother. Good trade, brother. Good trade. All right, look, you can see PIXY starting to squeeze back up here. This is the crucial level right here at this 186 point. We'll see if it holds over or under that. That's kind of what I'm watching here for PIXY. Testing this level here. You can see it was a previous support level at 386. It's testing it now. We'll see if it can hold underneath it and start to flag back down. Is preferably the setup I'm looking for here. Just a hold under 386 and then a flag back down to crack these lows at 365. ARNC getting squeezed up here. Like I said, it broke this level. That 1930 and 1944 levels were the two crucial levels for ARNC, and it just kind of ran through those. And so watching it, but it's in a looks like it's in a reversal bullish trend here for ARNC.
All right, guys. What looks interesting to me right now is what's going to happen with GLMD. I'm watching I to see if I get a reversal signal along, and kind of just watching SPCB didn't really give me an entry. I'm keeping Cali as a stock to watch on the corner.
Yeah, GLMD doesn't look bad. See if CALI, see what CALI does here. See if it starts to fade back down. Yeah, appreciate that, Wahid. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I think trading makes people really, really emotional, and so it's kind of it's easy for people to just kind of get mad at other people. You know. Especially, like, I really don't understand how anybody could say I'm a scam. I don't charge for anything. You know what I mean? I don't sell courses. I don't charge for anything. I don't make people pay for a chat room. I just let people watch me trade for free. If you want to see what it's like for me trading, you can watch me for free. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it, you know. But a scam, I mean, I really have no idea how I would be scamming anybody here, but, you know, no worries. But yeah, ARNC breaking above the VWAP here. We'll see if it finds some support there. Couldn't hold over that 1950 level. BIOC sitting right around the VWAP now. If you look at BIOC here, it's sitting right around the VWAP. Look for a possible VWAP fade is what I'm looking for. See if it gets rejected underneath this area. Also looking at GLMD, although the volume's pretty low here, which is the only thing stopping me from really jumping into this one for a VWAP fade setup. Watching it, seeing if PIXY ends up bear flagging here. It may look better on a different chart. Yeah, on a different chart, on the 5 minute, it looks a little bit better. See if it starts to flag here, cracks under this low at 364 is what I'm ultimately planning on doing here. So yeah, watching a few different things. Hey, appreciate that, James. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, I can't trade Gene. Cool, but I appreciate the call out, brother. All right, so ARNC breaking back underneath the VWAP here. We'll see if it flags, find some support at this 1924 level, 1925 point. But yeah, GENE looking really strong here. It's been pushing up nicely this morning. SCWX, DARE, RGSE getting tanked back down here. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate the sub, man. Welcome, brother. Also, Haynes, appreciate the sub. Everybody, all three of these guys that subbed, appreciate the support, guys. Appreciate it. Looking at my scanner, seeing if I could find anything else here.
Yeah, I'm looking around also.
ARC had a big push. ARC, RCON. No, not quite the volume I'm looking for. Okay, so here's the bear flag, like I was saying, on PIXY. PIXY starting to come back down some. See if we can get a low of the day break here. It's down to 372. Alright, so here's the VWAP test on ARNC as well. You can see it pushed over the VWAP. Now it's back underneath it. It's testing the VWAP now. The VWAP is at 1935, 1936. And so it's at 1931 now. Watching for the VWAP rejection here on ARNC. Although I don't like the VWAP. When I back tested it, the VWAP rejection did not work as well as the VWAP fade. The VWAP fade was easy, a more viable setup. But the VWAP rejections sometimes work. But sometimes isn't really what I want.
Alright guys, taking a starter here on GLMD there, 1470. Got the starter there.
There you go. Looking good
About
here,
to
looking
take
weak.
half of it out. I took 400. I'm about to take half of it at 50, 57.
There's the drop.
Right before 54, which is the bottom there. I'm looking for just a little bit more. About to take some off.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of support at 1460.
Put it out in order like at 57 to take half of it off. Also looking at I, guys. Cali is back to 3, but came right back down, guys. So that's not looking long. It has to pass 311.
Yeah, appreciate.
There's GLMD pushing down on 61.
There you go, looking good.
I saw the complete bear flag there. Last touch of VWAP at 82. And got short there at 1470 right before this drop.
See RCON here. You know, you can see the high of Friday, or no, the high of Friday was 174. You can see RCON is at 172 now, so it's slowly kind of testing that previous high here. Excuse me. Watching GLMD for Mitch, see if it can get a little bit better here. Start dropping, doesn't look too bad. It's testing that 1460 area. That's kind of the crucial level to break is 1460. Yeah, appreciate all the support.
Yeah, right now I'm risking off of 84, guys. There's 62 hitting up there, 61s. Just a little crash down more will get me able to get paid half of it out.
There's 1466 looking good. 1460. There
There
you
you
go.
go, 55s. There you go, 60s on
57.
the ask. I have the order out 57. I'm canceling it right now. Any move down on that ask, and I'm probably just gonna take half of it. I just wanted to see the 60 go down. Just spread tighten up a little bit, and I can take some out.
Yeah, spread's a little bit better now. It's looking good, looking weak for you, bro.
There you go. Taking half out right there,
Nice.
55. There you go, half out, guys. Pay 15 cents. All right, that's good. That's we got what, 35 bucks already? Yeah, 35 bucks now.
Nice, nice. Yeah, that's that VWAP fade setup. It was a good setup.
Yep. Now we're looking to add back the half that I took out, guys. Looking to add back the half up here at 67, 70s. I see 66. I'm looking for 67s at the minimum. 1470 is really what I'm looking for.
All right, here goes ARNC, guys. ARNC testing the low of the day here.
Guys, I think I is starting to get a lot better too. You can draw a trend line also from the bottom of it. It's kind of stuck in a little pattern right now, but you want to see it break down below this VWAP now.
There goes ARNC, guys. ARNC cracking under the lows here. Down to 18.99 here. Cracking under, looking weak. Breaking the low of the day. The next support level is down here at 18.80. So we'll see if it can crack under there, if it can hold underneath 19. I appreciate it, James. Have a good day, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, appreciate the support, Zach. Appreciate it, guys. Bluebird, I like it. Scam is super cool at M Trading. Yeah, I don't get people either. Mar, that's right, for sure, man. Yeah, man, I don't charge for anybody. I'm not one of those guys that keep charging people for anything. I just let people watch me trade for free. But like I said, I mean, I understand why people hate, because it's like, you know, trading can be extremely emotional, like especially if you're using real money. And so if you have a
All
bad
right,
day,
guys, Cali alert, Cali alert. Just
CALI,
alerting Cali, guys. Alerting Cali there.
yeah,
And
CALI.
held those threes. Remember what I said through the 310s was going to get that explosion? You held those threes there at 290s. It was holding there. Now you're going to get that push to 310. And if it explodes through that 310, you should get back up there to that test
Have
that high that it made at 930,
have a
935.
have a good day, Tiny. Appreciate it. Yeah, look at PIXY. PIXY said it looked like a nice bear flag here, cracking under the lows. Gonna let it.
All right, guys. If GLMD gets here to 70, I'll add back my shares, guys. Already made some, looking to re-add and a move right back down to support, then taking probably about half off. That way we can make 30, 40 bucks and let this trade work the rest of the day. All right, guys, not seeing that push to 1470. I got 1465, 1470 right now as an average.
INNT starting to crack here under the lows as well. INNT. CALI pushing up. ARNC bouncing at that $19 low here.
Man, pick C. That went down nice.
I
Cali
know.
broke those 310s, guys. Up there to 317 there.
I didn't have the guts to take it for PIXY, but watched it. Called it out before. I said it looked like a nice bear flag. See, it said this is the level here, and it bounced directly off of it, 386. So that was a good trade as well. A little bit too cheap for me to want to short, but you can see ATIS. ATIS kind of bouncing back to that VWAP area here. And ARNC still looking weak. ARNC cracking under 19 here, kind of a big crucial level. It's down to 1898. Looks like it may test these lows here, so keeping an eye on ARNC down to 1898. Not looking too bad here. There's the big crack on ARNC. Like I said, the next support level for RNC is, like I said, at 1880. is the next support level. It's at 1891 now.
All right, guys, I just hit my ad right there at 68, 1468. So now my average is 1469, back there with 400 shares, guys. My out is right back to that VWAP 1480, guys. All right, guys, move right back to 50, 55 is what I'm looking for, and I'll go ahead and I'll take another partial off there. I'll take half off there and let the rest of it work.
That 1460 level is the crucial level for you, at least in my opinion. It's got a hold underneath that.
Good thing is I worked my way above where I think is the tough spot.
PIXY maybe kind of bouncing a little bit here, looking for a break under that 360 level. Kind of like a mental paper trade at this point. It's a little bit too late for me to enter, so I'm going to look for other moves here. Mitch and I were talking about it. I think the VWAP fade setup.
There you go, guys. There's that Cali, guys. That's why I'm here calling you guys out those longs, man. I'm going to get back to my long setups, guys. I have an ability of most of the time to be dead on, at least to find them early. After that, it's just finding the right setup and taking the right risk to reward. Yeah, that was a nice move there to the resistance there.
Up to 330.
All right, guys, GLMD there, getting a little dangerous there. Don't want to get past the VWAP there. Already took some profit though. That's why I'm not stressing this too much. If this does bounce on me, I'll still be able to get out with a small loss if it bounces up to the total risk rate.
Which is at the VWAP?
Yes.
Okay. PIXY still bear flagging here, trying to test that 360 low. It's getting right around there now. It's at 361.
So this is why I like to be earlier in the VWAP fade. Now I'm down at the bottom at the end of the bear flag, and it's a little bit more of you got more risk of reversal. On these first bounces to the VWAPs, if I would have been able to get in, I would have been able to do what I want to do more earlier in the setup. Take some earlier profit and sit here with some smaller sizing. I did see I crack through the pattern. It's cracked down to 2025 there. The pattern was a crackdown through 36. Look at this on a 5-minute chart and you'll see the pattern more.
On I.
Yeah, but you would need a bounce back there to the 240s. And you can risk off of there.
Right. More of a VWAP rejection.
There you go. Back down for 61s for GLMD.
Nice. Needs a little bit more volume, but I think if it holds under 1460, it can get down to that 1450 level at least.
Yeah, what I'm going to probably look for, guys, is I'm going to look for a move where the bid comes down here to 50s, and then the ask is going to be at 60 or below it, and I'll probably just go ahead and take a partial, get paid, get up there to, $30, $40, and then just hold the rest.
Yeah. Ryan says, what do you guys think about adding VWAP +1, -1 standard deviation on your charts? Creates a VWAP band. I've been testing it out. Find the standard deviations often get tested and work. Yeah, for sure. I was noticing that the other day. Like if you look at the VWAP, go ahead, Mitch.
Yeah, that's essentially our strategy, man. That's where our strategy derives from. We're watching for that move. Essentially, it's from the standard deviation from the stock. That's what we look for, that big 1-minute candle.
Right.
I'm actually setting. I've been working on an alert scanner on Thinkorswim for this exact move that you're actually talking about. Right. So an over or under that standard deviation outside of that VWAP, that shows at least an extension away from VWAP, and then you can find the strategy there.
Yeah, I just added the bottom and top plots on PIXY. You can see the yellow plot is right around 350. So I actually noticed this as well. You can see it bounced right off of that yellow line at 368 earlier. So I actually like doing that as well. And that's something I noticed earlier, is that a lot of times it does follow the top and bottom bands on it as well.
Yeah, it's a mathematical approach to it. It's not bad.
There goes Mitch, dropping down like you thought.
There you go, down to the 61s by 65. So what I'm looking for is a move back to the 53s, 55s. The real support there is I see 54, but even a move to 57s, I'll go ahead and I'll take some partial again. I'm looking for that ass to come down though.
Yeah, I actually use +2, -2, just like who said this? Cool. Like,
Cools.
yeah, I use
Yeah.
what Cool does. I use +2, -2.
Yeah, I'm using the +1, -1 to find the stocks earlier, but the actual what I'm looking for more is a two standard deviation touch.
ARYCDSA. Heath. Yeah, Heath says if this is a scam, I want my money back. And I think the joke behind that is that he didn't pay anything. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I try to take a different approach, guys. I just try to appreciate that, Brian. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, man. I just try to be honest with people. Like, I try to take the different road. I don't sell anything. I don't charge people for anything. I just try to be honest with people about, even the only thing I kind of somewhat make money on is if somebody signs up through my TradeNet link. But as you could see earlier, somebody asked about it. I try to be honest with people about it as well. I'm not pushing something like really hard and not being honest with people. Like if you sign up through my TradeNet link, I always try to make sure to tell you like some stocks are not tradable. You want to take that into consideration. That's the biggest flaw of using TEFs and going through TradeNet. I'm also honest about TradeNet's course, where it's like, the TradeNet course, I've said it before, I don't think it's very kind of basic. You know what I mean? And so if you're buying TradeNet solely for the course, I mean, I don't want to say whether it's a good or bad investment for you, but the course just wasn't my cup of tea. It's not really how I trade in general. And so, I try to be honest with people about stuff.
Yeah, Cali does not look bad there, guys. At 320s, 322s there, guys. You can risk off of 315s there, and it's been holding the top of the resistance there, creating a new support there.
Man.
Um, I definitely think it's holding really well. It had 100,000 volume at 1011. What you want to do is you want to see it kind of really base out there. So you got that one up, one down, two up, two down. Let it get a three up. Look like it's starting to go bullish, and then when it comes back down, you take some sizing off the support, and you know your risk spot is underneath the support line.
Right.
That's my recommendation for a hold there on Cali. I'm not calling out exact spots. It's more along calling out the pattern for you.
Right, for sure. Somebody's asking about Robinhood. Robinhood was originally an app, but they did put out their web-based platform. Like, if you want to see Robinhood's web-based platform, let me pull it up. I'll just show you what Robinhood web-based. Sometimes I trade on it. Let me see. Like, I don't have any money in my Robinhood account, but I'll show you guys just what the web-based platform looks like.
Look at man. I was watching that one. That one did not look bad there at the VWAP there at 2040. Now it's down to $20
Yeah.
and breaking.
Yeah, here's my Robinhood account. I mean, I don't have anything in it, but you can see this is Robinhood. It does have a web-based platform. Man, look at Cali tank there. Cali big tank down to 3. Man, who is texting me all the time? Man, I've got like 30 text messages in like 5 seconds, man. Sheesh.
Hey, someone loves you, man. Someone want to talk to.
For sure.
Hey, guys, Cali broke that support, guys. It's back to the VWAP. Remember, I said if it had to hold that support and try again long. It never tried again long, and it broke down underneath that 317, 315.
Right, for sure. Somebody asked.
See that level hold.
Yeah, we'll see GLMDs testing that level as well. But yeah, we'll see. Somebody asked if I could explain TradeNet. TradeNet, the best way I can explain it is kind of like a prop firm. Like you pay for a package with TradeNet, and with that, I bought the intro package with TradeNet, which came with a day trading course and free access to their chat room and a paper trading software. And then TEFS, TEFS, you can see is the broker. It's partnered with TradeNet. And so it's kind of like a prop firm with TEFS. Like they give me 14K in buying power. I have a $700 max loss. And so if my account gets under 13,300, they close my account down. And any profits over the original 14,000 in buying power they give you, there's a 70-30 profit split. So I keep 70% of my profits, they keep 30%. But it's only over profit. It's only over the 14K. And so they don't take that out if you don't make profits. You know, that's the best way I can use to explain it.
All right, guys. Since I'm sitting in the green here a good amount, I got $30. I'm just gonna lower risk size right here.
Yeah, I think that's a smart idea.
All right, guys. Gonna take half of it out there, guys. All right, I'll just pay commissions on those shares. Those were the shares that I added at 68. So I lost about 2 cents on it, but that's fine with me. Seeing I was up 30, now I'm up just about like $26, $28, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and take that. I'm looking for this to go ahead and come down. Anything above 75 and I'll go ahead and get out.
Watching BIOC here, see if it eventually comes back down. Man, I can't talk right now. Oh, all right, but yeah, watching BIOC here, the spread's kind of gnarly on it, but you can see it's been lingering around the VWAP area. PIXY still kind of looking bearish here, still watching it closely. It's right at 361.
Guys, stock going off is Mara, M-A-R-A, Mara.
That's a crypto stock.
Exactly. Crypto stocks moving with the cryptos. Just be careful, guys.
Wow.
It's just momentum. Just calling it out so you guys get there early.
Let's see DPW spiking up. What's another crypto? Sino? No.
DPW.
DPW, yeah. MARA. MYSZ? No. Looking at all these crypto stocks, but yeah, MARA going crazy there. Up to $1.11. Previous runner. This one used to be a previous parabolic mover. Yeah, Chirag. I do this daily. Every day. Every weekday morning, I day trade live on stream.
Live. Coming at you, guys.
Right.
Coming at you.
Yeah, MARA looking crazy here. Like I said, previous runner, a previous kind of parabolic move. If you look at this one started to go crazy last winter. You can see last November it got up to $10.
All right, guys. Stopped out there of GLMD at 77. Still a gain. That's why I'm liking the increased size position that I took. I was able to take $30 there. Got out there for a 7-cent loss, but we got a 15-cent win at the beginning with those 200 shares. So that's why we're positive on this trade. It's not big, but at least it's in the green, and that's why I like the strategy there.
Right, green
trade. Wasn't going to hold to this 84. This was the spot for the breakout on the opposite side, the reversal. Earlier in the trade, I was holding to this exact spot. You see what's the ask is 83, so 84 is that resistance right there. But I took it a little bit earlier, took my stop out there as the pattern is starting to reverse past that 75. Trend lines, guys. Trend lines always help.
Yeah, I think it was a good trade, Mitch, just because you gave yourself that. Of course, you made a good gain, but you also gave yourself the opportunity to make a great gain. You know what I mean? And even when you didn't, and even when it turned against you, you still got out for a net profit, protecting your account. And so, a good trade, brother. Good trade, man.
Definitely, man. This is what we want to do. These are the exact patterns that I want to be trading, and then we're not going to be happy if we go green. We're going to be happy if we executed the strategy.
Right. And
from now on, you guys won't hear me say that I'm green from my actual realized or unrealized. I'm just going to tell you guys if I'm green, if we traded the exact patterns that we want to be trading and didn't trade anything else. That's the key.
Yep. And
that's the real key.
And you can see why we like these setups. Like, the reason why we like these setups is that they're extremely good risk-reward setups here, because most of the time, like, for instance, you can see the first VWAP test at 1494. Like you could set a risk at 15, just over 15, so a very small risk on that trade. Potential reward all the way down to 1467. Same thing with the second VWAP test. You could set your risk at that 1495 level from 1487. Potential reward down to 1460s. And so it continues to show a good risk reward. And that's one of the biggest things I like about the VWAP fade setup is that even if it turns against you, your risk is minimal and your potential reward is typically a lot better than your potential risk. And so that's why the VWAP fade setup is one of those setups that I look for proactively every single morning. Like I've always said, there's tons of different setups to get into, and so you don't have to necessarily just use my setup. Some people take the opposing view, and if it breaks the VWAP, they get in for a long reversal. And so there's always different setups to get into, but that's why it's one of my favorite setups. It's just because it continues to show good risk reward with those type of trades.
Yeah, definitely. And for different traders out there that are new, you got to find different styles of play. This play, I feel like it's a lot slower than, let's say, like just catching momentum on the long side, having an alert scanner and then just trying to catch that momentum. This is a little bit slower, so you're able to really tell your risk measures, support, resistance, and you actually have measures to go off of than just a long green candle and you're just trying to catch the bottom of it or a part of it.
Hey, Black Monday, what's up, brother? Long time no see, dude. Black Monday's like the OG here, man. He's been here for like the last year, or at least he was. So good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope life is good for you, Black Monday. Good to see you, man.
All
Good to
right.
see you. Your
We
birthday.
saw that reversal, guys. Do the 84 there.
Oh
Do
yeah,
that 84 there on GLMD.
Yeah, you got
And
out
broke up there
perfect.
to the 15.
You got out perfect for that one, bro.
Yeah, man. Got to know the pattern. If the pattern says get out, guys, get out.
Kind of ARNC is looking interesting here. It's kind of the crucial level. Like it has to hold under 1906. It's at 1903 now. And PIXY kind of continuing to kind of test these lows here. We'll see if we get a big break down to the 350s for PIXY.
Guys, Cali looks good on a 5-minute, guys. If you watch the 5-minute, I think that's the pattern it's going more off of.
Testing that VWAP, bouncing off a 3. We'll see if it holds support at 3 is what I'm looking for with that one. Also, MARA, we're seeing if it can bounce off of the VWAP and find support there. It's going to have a lot of support at 1 as well, so that's kind of what I'm looking at for MARA here.
There's Cali bouncing up there at 315, guys. Had that feeling there. It was just looking like on the pattern at least a 5-minute. Make another run at least up to those 320s, 322s. That's what I see.
Yep. Yeah, there's a few setups that I kind of kick myself for not getting into every day. The first one I see here is GLMD, that first VWAP test. You can see GLMD testing the VWAP at 1495 before eventually going all the way down to 1440s. So that was the beautiful VWAP test. Also, maybe here on ARNC with this small little pushback up to 1944, maybe look like a good little bear flag entry.
There's 317 on Cali.
Yeah, of course, Black Monday, man. I'm sticking with it, bro. Channel's grown a lot, Black Monday. Good to see you back here, brother. Yeah, if anybody heard me call out ATIS, like I said, it's not... I don't really like shorting stocks under $1, and so I wouldn't have shorted it, but you can see ATIS here. Nice little VWAP rejection right here when it pushed back up to this 45-cent level. It's down to 40 cents now, so made a big percentage down move after that. INNT is another one I've been kind of watching here. It didn't really give you that really hard VWAP fade, but it's kind of a slow fade for INNT. Right around the VWAP, continuing to kind of drop here. PIXY still kind of sideways, consolidating. It could get squeezed either way here. So watching PIXY kind of forming a little bit of a channel here. So when it breaks one way, I think it's going to break hard. Just has a lot of support at that 360 level, and so it continues to kind of bounce between 360 and 370. So watching it, but we'll see.
There's Cali, guys. Like I said, another attempt to the highs. They're at 320s. And now it's going to pull back a little bit, create that momentum that you got that 1 up, 1 down, 2 up, 2 down, 3 up. I look for it to come back and hold somewhere in the 314s to 311s and then take off there. I don't like to add here at 325. I would have liked to have long there in the $3, 305 to 308 range and taken partial partial right here. This is when you want to take partially. You don't want to take all of it off there. You can take half of it there and look for the explosion to see if you get it.
MDGS. Somebody mentioned MDGS. Appreciate.
B-box there broke down there, guys. I'm also looking at B-box there.
Yeah, look at BBOX down to 193. Visuals by Jay said I'm down 5K today. Appreciate the sub, by the way, brother. But man, that's rough. It all depends on what your account's like. Visuals. If your account's small, you may want to use a little bit smaller sizing. But I mean, I don't know what a standard trade is for you, but don't worry about it, brother. You'll bounce back, man.
Hey guys, B-box looking really interesting, guys. There's someone slamming on the bid there at 192s there. I'm looking for a small bounce to get in there.
MTSL.
Someone's on the bid on this pretty heavy.
Yeah, look at MDSL. Black Monday called this one out. Starting to spike up here, getting some volume coming in. ARNC bouncing back to that VWAP again here. ARNC.
There you go. It broke through those 93s. Someone was getting short there big. The stock does have potential, guys. B-box does have potential.
Justin says, do you guys use RSI as an indicator for short long? No, not really.
I use it more of a daily measure. Sometimes I take a look at it on the dailies, but I don't use it more as an intraday.
Appreciate the sub. Who was it? Corey? Yeah, appreciate the sub, Corey. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, looking at ARNC here for a VWAP fade. If I get in here, I could set a very obvious risk of 1925. It's just a little late for the VWAP fade setup, but it looks interesting here. Yeah, cool. Yeah, Webull does have shorting. I mean, you have to have a margin account of $2,000 or more, but they do offer shorting. All right, so let's see. If I was to enter ARNC here, my risk would be around this 1930 level, and my potential reward would be down to 1903, so not quite the risk reward I want to see. It is in a bearish trend and is pushing up to face the VWAP, but not quite the risk reward I'm looking for ARNC there.
All right, guys, looking to get in on B-box. I just need to bounce there to 198 area. That way I can have a small risk there off 202. There's a 198 on the ass side. I just need to get filled. I'll let you guys know if I get filled.
On BBOX, yeah, there's the bounce to 197.
Yeah, I saw that big size and getting in there. That's the only thing. The only other thing is I see the daily breakdown through 186. If it breaks that 186 with some good measure, it could come down to the 150s. That's why I'm in this stock. Small risk range. If I do get in it at 198, I can risk off of 203, maximum risk 207. So it's like less than 10 cents for a potential of maybe 30 to 40 cents.
I see. The only thing that scares me with it is volume. Volume's a little low. It sometimes gets big volume spikes. Like you can see it spiked up to over 100,000 per minute. A few times there. But aside from that, the volume's just low, inherently low. Like right now, it's extremely low. So just be careful.
It's one of those stocks that you can't chase. You just have to have the right entry. If you're gonna take it, have the right entry. Know your risk size, and then just be ready to take it off if it goes the other way.
All right, cool. Have a good day, brother. See you tomorrow, hopefully, man.
Still didn't get filled, so. I'm watching I here. It's like kind of back to the VWAP, but not really. It's not high enough on the 5 minute for me. If it was at 35s, I would seem more interested. GLMD rejected that 15, so it's going down for VWAP rejection.
MARA kind of riding that VWAP area. Yeah, GLMD coming back down for a possible, yeah, like you said, VWAP fade, or VWAP rejection, actually.
Hey guys, remember on Cali what I called out there, guys, in a run to the resistance? It was going to come back down, hold a little bit level. You're going to watch that it holds the support there at $3. Came back down all the way to 305 there for you. That's where you go ahead, you take your ad, risking off of $3 or maximum 297. Looking for a move back to the resistance there at 322. 323, and that way you can go ahead and take some partials right here on this explosion here through 325 and the breakout through 330. Boom. There it
There's
goes,
us
guys.
up to 333.
Called it out for you guys there. These are what I'm going to be working on more, guys. Trying to get back to my long setups. I used to be more long biased trader, so that's why I feel like I'm still able to read these pretty well. Just not having been lately been able to have the confidence to take them. But there you go, guys. Right there at 340, I would go ahead and take another partial right there, and that way you can go ahead and start sizing out of this trade. So one of the key things is I always like to take some partial at the resistance touch, another partial on the explosion, and then you just let the rest of it ride, break even. Especially with the longs, it can really just start getting that momentum how it is now, 350s. If it breaks out that 350s, you can get that momentum. You can even get to a circuit breaker halt, which can get up there to that 380s. Then $4 comes real quick, guys. You see up there at 354s, 355s, 358s. Right now, if you wanted, you could take partially up there at 355s or 358s. You know what you look is the bid. When the bid catches up to the ask, just go ahead and swipe a little bit off of there. And then on the way back down, you can look to add if that's what you want to do. Certain people like to go ahead and build position on longs. I like to be more in and out. I would have took maybe another partial right there at 55 and left like the smallest amount, 50, 100 shares for me to work and just let the rest of it work there.
Yeah, NYC says, awesome call, Mitch. Thanks. Another person said Mitch is good at reading these. Good call for $50. Thanks, Mitch. Eric Wade.
Glad you guys were able to hear it early. I brought you guys to this stock back at about 939, 940 range when it did that pullback and held those supports there, guys. Glad I was able to bring the chart to you guys, get yourself ready for the trade, and then you guys set yourself your plan and took your trade, made your profits. That's how you guys do it, man. Congrats.
Nice, guys. Nice. Yeah, glad we can bring some value here.
Exactly. That's what we're all about, man. We're trying to make traders win and not trying to see traders lose. We're not here to try to pump anything. We're here to go ahead and try to help you guys see the stocks, trade the patterns, and gain some consistency in this market.
For sure.
All right, guys, watching I there, it made a touch there to that VWAP there at 2034. It went 2034, it touched 2034 again. What I'm going to look for is it for, yeah, another touch to the VWAP without breaking over it. So I don't want to rush into it. I want to let it try to break out again, try to break out of the bearish trend. But if it doesn't get past that like 2040, that's when we're going to look. I'm going to go ahead and start looking for this stock short-wise. If it gets past that 2040, it'll start getting more on a breaking the bearish pattern, looking to go long, and I'll just watch it. Congrats, Eric. Congrats. If you guys could for Cali, I love to hear you guys gains on what you guys got. But what would be more interesting is always telling me your entries and exits. Entries and exits will make me much more proud of your trade than just to go ahead and see the realize. Realize is relative to size. Cents traded is relative to skill, guys.
That's right. All right, watching ARNC here, starting to squeeze up. It's at 1930. See if it can hold underneath. If it gets rejected here and breaks back underneath the VWAP, looks okay.
That was a beautiful trade there on Cali. It just held really well on the pattern. I always love when they hold the patterns. That's why I always say, guys, trade with the pattern and not the price action. The price action will fool you. Level twos will fool you. But what won't fool you is the pattern. The pattern's not going to fool you, guys. There you go. 295 to 360. That's what I'm
What on
talking about,
Cali?
Corey. Yeah,
Nice.
Corey with a nice trade right there.
Congrats, brother. Congrats. Good trade. Good trade.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, guys. I want to definitely be able to at least set up the trade for you guys, and then you guys worry about the execution, entry, and exits. I'll just give you guys somewhat of a plan, and you guys go ahead and you guys jump on there. Yeah, that's what I'm really going to be working on, guys. Getting back to you guys on the long side. So what I will be working on is more VWAP fades at the very beginning. If I don't find it within the first 15 minutes of the market, guys, I'm just going to give that strategy away. And I'm going to be looking for more longs past 9:45, going into the 10 o'clock range. And that's when I'll be looking for my longs. After 10 o'clock, probably around 10:15 area. That's where I'll be looking, guys. There's Cali up there to 367s, 368s, guys. What you get, guys, at one up, one down, two down, three up, three down. Watch it hold these 348s, and then it's going to go ahead and shoot on up through that resistance if it can make it through it.
Looking nice there. Up to 370, so that's the level to watch with this one now, is if it breaks 370. May consolidate a little bit, I think.
Yeah, guys, you guys got it broke a resistance there at 344. So watch that 344 area, 343 area hold. It needs to hold. So it got that one up, one down, two up, two tests of that resistance, down. It had that third test of that resistance, came back. You want to see it hold that support, and if it breaks out here, it's a green. It's a go. That's following the 1 minute pattern, really quick bull flag pattern. On an overall pattern, this did a nice flag on the 5 minute, guys. It's more of a pennant, but it was really nice. It had that one up, one down, classic two up, two down, three down explosion there, guys.
Frostbite. So Frostbite trading at commissions. Excuse me, man, I can't talk right now. Trading at commissions are 0.006 cents per share, but there's $1.50 per trade minimum. So basically, if it's under 200 shares, commissions are $3 for a round trip. So it's only $3 for a round trip if it's under 200 shares. Anything after that is 0.006 cents per share. So pretty cheap commissions on TradeNet, and that's why I use it.
There you go, visuals. Congrats, man. Nice game there on Cali.
Nice,
like
Cali.
I said, call out those entries and exits, man. Call out those entries and exits. This does have that 4 magnet, guys. If you watch back and you measure the base of the move, the base was from 230s, 240s up there to 323. So you got about 80 cents there from the breakout. The breakout was at 320. Look for 80-cent move right there, up there to $4 there, guys.
Looking great now.
That's how you measure the base of the flag, and you use it to determine the profit target that you're trying to get.
Yeah, Cali's one that everybody's watching at this point. A lot of eyes on this thing.
Yes, it's China stock, guys. China stock, man. When these China stocks keep going there, guys, that's why I always like to keep a little bit, guys. Imagine if you would have a nice 310 average with 100 shares here. Guys, this is when you have that 100 shares, you let it go.
Up to
and
410.
you just let it keep working for you there, guys.
There it goes,
You
getting a
know,
nice little
these
spike.
stocks can always get those momentums there.
Yeah, today was kind of a slow day for me. I got in. What was the one? What was the trade I made?
Hey, look at NYC
ARNC.
there. Cali 310 to 380 there.
Nice, nice. Congrats,
That's what I like
congrats.
to see. That's what I like to see.
Good
That's what
trade.
makes me happy here, guys. There you go, Corey, 295 to $4. That's how you do it.
Congrats, guys. Sounds like a lot of people are making money with CALI. So congrats. Happy to hear it. Seriously.
Glad I was able to get you guys there, man. This is what we talk about. This is why we have our chat room. Look at this up there, the 440s there, guys.
Crazy
That's
momentum.
why I always recommend keep a little bit, even if it's 50 shares, guys, because it's about the confidence that this can give you. Sometimes don't think of it in a one trade kind of day, guys. If you're able to hold through these moments and really learn how to hold to your winners, you will really, really gain confidence in your trades and have the ability to take bigger and bigger sizing. As what it is you're getting pattern confirmation, edge confirmation, and there's no better feeling than knowing that you have edge in the market.
For sure. It just gives you that confidence. Like if you see the VWAP fade, like that setup is giving me confidence.
Yeah,
But
just your chest even feels bigger. You feel like a bigger trader. You can stick that chest out, you know?
look at this VWAP rejection on ARNC. But yeah, I only got in one trade today on ARNC. I think I entered it right around this little pullback on 1940s, or maybe this pullback on 1927, and made a small gain. Like I said, my plan was to add if it got around up to this 1940 level, and it just didn't give me that chance. It didn't quite give me that chance, and that's okay, because I had a small share size and I wrote it down as much as I could. You know what I mean? Got out right around the low, and so I'll take that trade, but that's why I like the VWAP fade setup, is because if it works out really great for me and gives me that opportunity to add, it's a much bigger winner. But even if it doesn't give me that chance to add to it, it's still a profitable trade, and I can, get my feet wet with it and let it work. And so
Hey guys, just want to remind all our traders in the chat room, guys, really be careful up here, guys. If you are taking scalps up here, you gotta know your risk, guys. The risk of the 9 EMA is all the way down to 422. So really be careful there, guys. I just want to put the apparent risk out here that now is not the time to trade if you're a new trader. If you're trying to trade Cali at this time, you got to be lightning fast.
Yep, and like I always say, guys, we're not an investment profession. We're not investment professionals. We're not liable for any losses you take. We're just giving you our own opinion of the market. So you always have to make your own assessment. So just for liability reasons, I want to say that. I know it says it in the chat, but sometimes I just want to say that as well. But yeah, not a bad day. A lot of momentum this Monday. A lot of people watching CALI. Kind of like ARNC here. You can see it had a nice little VWAP fade just now. At least it's testing the VWAP fade. Maybe a VWAP rejection if it gets rejected here and breaks this low down at 1915. Maybe continue dropping with the reward set at 19. So watching that. PIXY still kind of testing these lows here, kind of going back and forth. It's had a lot of support at 360, so we'll see if it can ever break that. But watching for the VWAP rejection on ARNC. Yeah, Mitch is doing well today, Mr. Eric. That's right, man. He's had a lot of good calls, for sure.
Hey, just relax, guys. Just relax. That's what I think has been doing the best today, guys. Just taking it easy, looking for the patterns, not rushing into anything, and taking my shot when I see it, you guys. Calling it out for you guys.
Okay, what do I think about GENE? I can't trade GENE, unfortunately, but it's interesting at this point. Like, if you look at GENE, it's starting to test that VWAP area. It's had a lot of support at 180. And so I think that's going to be kind of the crucial level. If it breaks underneath the VWAP and then holds the VWAP as resistance, it may be a VWAP rejection setup. If it holds the VWAP and continues to push up, it may be a VWAP bounce. And so both of those are viable setups, I think. So there's not really any telling where this one's going to go at this point. But like I said, if it breaks underneath the VWAP, I'll look for the VWAP rejection setup, and if it holds over the VWAP, look for VWAP bounce is what I'm watching. What I kind of see with it right now. BBOX is kind of up to that level you were watching, Mitch. BBOX.
All right, take a look at it.
Yeah, for sure, Matt. If you had the patience to hold Cali for that long, yeah, you're a monster. I know I wouldn't have had the patience, but
Hey,
hopefully I can get
that's
there.
yeah, that's why I always say, man, even the smallest share size, even if let's say if you made 2 or 300 on this trade and you just leave even 10 shares just to close it up, try to close it up there at its maximum gain, that's going to teach you a much better confidence in how to actually take the trade and nail it. One of the things I notice is that, yeah, the pressure becomes a lot because you have a lot of sizing there. But once you get to a certain profit range, you should be able to take some profit off and even leave the smallest share size just to get the confidence more on the size that you're going to close. A lot of traders get in trades, I noticed, and at the end, they wish they had more potential gain. And that's why I always say that the smallest share size, even 50 shares there, if you earn more than a dollar per share, that gives you so much confidence. There's not many traders out in the world that can get a dollar.
For
So
sure.
take that and realize that that's what I want to be doing, because the risk to reward there became kind of like an 8 to 1 trade or 10 to 1 trade.
And that's why you see everybody kind of jump in, and that's why you see it have that big spike there.
And that's when FOMO comes, guys, because they know that, hey, guys, I could have been at the bottom and risked what, 5 cents here when it came down to 305 off of $3 and made a potential move that went 80 cents, then broke out and went $1.80. That's right there. That's where you get your actual like account starter.
For
That's what I
sure.
always say. You got to be focused. You got to take the right trades, so that you finally get into a trade like this, get in the driver's seat in your account, and now it's just a matter of risk management and being smart.
Appreciate the subs, concept, and Sam. Welcome, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, Adelie, I don't know about a millionaire just yet, but I'm working towards it, man. I'm working towards it.
Yeah, Adelie's kind of an OG here. She's been here for a while. Dom. So TEFS is um
GLMD guys, there a reversal, guys, reversal through the 1513 mark, now up there to 1540, guys. Potential, what you really want to watch is yesterday's or Friday's highs, which was 1567. So you want to see this start getting volume. It needs to have more than 41,000 shares traded on a 1 minute for it to actually be more of a long. If not, it's just kind of doing a reversal to the bearish pattern.
what program is that? Yeah, this is TEFS, TEFS. It's the partnering broker with TradeNet. So if you sign up with TradeNet, TEFS partners with you and gives you 14K in buying power with a $700 max loss. And so it's the broker that's partnered with TradeNet. I try to be very clear. It's not TradeNet itself. It's the partnering broker. It's actually the Colmex platform. I appreciate the sub, Jesus. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Up $2,040 on Cali today. Nice, Netron. Congrats. MTSL. Yeah, Black Monday was talking about MTSL a lot today. But man, yeah, MTSL riding that VWAP up really nicely. Also here, PIXY testing this low of the day. It got down to 361. It's at 363 now, so kind of a crucial level for PIXY here. Down to 50s, looking good. We'll see if we can get a crack down to that 340 level. Down to 355, looking really nice here on PIXY. Let's see if we can get a continuation tank here. Looking good here, down to 354. So now I want to see this previous level turn into resistance. I'm kind of having like a mental paper trade here is kind of what I'm doing. I'm trying to see if it can drop here under 350s. I think it may bounce some there, and that's okay. Watching PIXY here.
Not a bad spot. Just risk off of that last breakdown. What, 364?
Yep.
There you go. Not a bad spot. That's what you do. You know what it is that it's continuation. That's what PIXY has been doing. It's continuing down, made another pattern, continuing down. That's why I always say this is the kind of pattern that, hey guys, if you get it on the VWAP fade from the beginning and you just keep adding on the bounces, you will make tons and tons of money. You'll be able to go ahead on that first swing down, take some there at $3 or $4 on a bounce up there above the $4, add your sizing back, take another move down underneath three, add your sizing back, and then really take down the 360 something, and then you can. That's up to you. You know, on that next down move, you can go ahead and add on the next green up, and try to keep getting legs down. You know, the real key is taking some profit, paying yourself, and understanding risk management, so that if it does go back to your number, you stay in the green.
A few people asked about GENE. You can see GENE broke underneath the VWAP. Looking for a VWAP rejection at 180 if it does fail there. So that's really what I'm looking for with GENE. I can't trade it, but I can still kind of mentally paper trade it is what I'm watching. Unfortunately, it's not tradable on TradeNet, but it's one of those ones I'm still kind of watching here.
Yeah, I think this doesn't look too exciting to me on GENE. The only reason is because if you look more at the 5 minute, you'll see back at the pre-market. Pre-market, it's still kind of just relatively in a range. I think it's a little bit range bound for right now. Um, I see that breakdown through 190, but I think that's where you got to be if you're trying to short this. I don't. If you're trying to get this a little bit later, it has to be 180s off of 190s.
Right. It might have a lot of support at 170.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of stocks that, okay, so when we're shorting stocks that are green on the day, we got to make sure that we're near the top so that we can essentially risk near the high of day. Because if we're not risking up there, we can get those quick swings back to the resistance, and we're going to get stopped out. And what's going to happen is the trade eventually is going to go your way, but you just get stopped out because you're being impatient on your entry.
MTSL. What do you think about MTSL, Mitch? You can see this one has been kind of going up decent volume all day.
The major resistance holding it up there at 237 on the daily.
And a nice little VWAP rejection here at ARNC.
It's that daily resistance there at 237. So you got a one up, one down, two up, two down, three up. It needs to get over 238 for it to be more of a long. Holding this 225s, if it gets back down below 218, it can actually just look for a washout. Not really a stock that I would recommend going long more in. It's more in that area right now where it's deciding if it wants to break out long or just break down. I would give it the breakout first, and then you can look for the next resistance. Next resistance is up there to 280, guys. 280 there. More than enough room there to make money.
Somebody asked if I can short MDGS. I believe I can. If it's tradable on TradeNet, it's shortable. So yeah, I can short it if I wanted to.
Yeah, so on GENE, so this is what we would look for. If you did want to take that shot, you would have to look for this bounce to the 180 to the VWAP. Then you have to risk off of 190. So what I more would like to see it for it to try to get back above the VWAP. And when it tries to get back above the VWAP and fails again, then when it comes back through the VWAP, look for the short. I think if you look for the short here, you're being a little bit early. You're near that 11 o'clock range. You're going to probably get into the lunchroom chop, and this stock would probably crash later on in the day, probably about 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 p.m. I don't like I've been seeing, at least from my data, that shorting here at around 11 for VWAP rejections has not worked out, at least lately from my trades.
PIXY down to 350s. It's going to test the $0.50. Let's see if it can crack under there. Looks weak.
Cali there is holding impressively there, guys. Like, for it to be holding up there, guys, there's definitely buyers still in this. They're definitely holding shares. The support right now is $4. It's breaking down right now, but it's kind of just in the range between 4.45 and $4. So you just want to see it kind of break out of this pattern.
Yeah, you can see the range here.
Yeah, above 450s is where I would look for another long, and then you have to watch what your risk is going to be. It's probably going to be off of 30, so you probably would have to risk 20 cents. So on a 1 minute, you're getting kind of like a fake out bearish pattern, which is like a down one, up one, down two, up two, down three, up three. That last green candle is the up three. When it breaks out above that last candle, that's where we'll look for the buyers to get back in, sizing the increase, and then you could look for that long. You see GENE, it's kind of doing that whole little, oh yeah, come on guys, I'm tempting you guys to throw these shorts in there, because what happens is that if you do get short at 71 and it pops up there to 80, most of the people are just going to get stopped out, and then it comes right back down.
It also may bounce. I mean, if it can break this 170 level, it looks interesting, but it could also easily bounce back up to the VWAP at 180, like Mitch is saying.
Yeah.
MTSL.
It's just the risk. You got to figure out your risk to reward there. And I like shorting on green candles, guys, not red candles. I've always found that when you short off of that red candle, more than like probably about 80%, 80% of the time you're going to get in that instant red. And in any trade, you don't want to be instant red. Instant reds are the worst trades. Those are the trades that you really, really got to be careful with immediately. Usually it means that you got a bad entry, and that's why you're instantly in the red.
MTSL testing the high of the day. It's at 245 right now. Just broke the high of the day, testing 250 on MTSL. Just broke up to 257. It's at 254. MTSL starting to break out here.
Hey guys, like I said, it never went to those 18s. It rejected those 18s, held those 27s, and then made that attempt back up there. You saw that third up there to 245, and then it came back just a little bit for a slight open at 238 and shot up there through the resistance.
GENE just broke the 170s. It's down to 169 now.
There's Cali, guys. Back to those 450s there, guys. That's what I said. If it holds there, gets back above that 45 there, you could have looked for an ad there at 50, risking off of 30, 33.
Watching Pixie here, see if it's gonna bounce up to the 360 level.
Look at that, guys. On point today, guys.
It's up there.
It's up there to 470s and 76. Right here is where you take partial. That's why you see how those reds came in. People were looking for that push to 5, and then they were going to take their first partial. Take partial, let the rest of it work.
Man, it's getting squeezed up there.
Take the stress off of trading. Take the stress off of trading, and that's how you do it, guys. I'd be taking half of it right there in the 80s or 70s, and now I would be able to have 450. Took half of it, 30 cents already. Only have half the sizing, and risking 20 cents when I've already made 30 cents. That's what I want to do. And then so now you change it, instead of that was your original plan. Now you can do the break even. So your entries, your exit, and you're looking for this breakout through $5.
Adderley wants you to explain the 2 up, 2 down, 5 down trend, or 10 up pattern.
Hey, it's just a matter of three. It's the rule of 3, guys. Look for 3 resistance touches, 3 support touches, and then a run. If you draw it out for yourself, it's gonna be a lot easier to understand. Though that's how I understood this is why I kept drawing it out on patterns, on just like literally just drawing a line up, a line down, a line up, a line down. And what this does is it starts teaching you somewhat how bull flags and pennants work. It's not always exact with the rule of three, but what I've seen is majority of the time, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for an edge. So that's what I look for. I look for that one up, a resistance touch, a one down, support touch. Then you got that second up, resistance touch, and then a support touch. That's the way it works, guys. I recommend you just draw it out. Like literally just make a bull flag, draw it out, and see how when you go up to that once and it comes down once, down two, up three, down three, and holds and goes long. The same way on the short side, it goes more of a down one and the resistance is kind of more of a support in this sense because you're shorting.
Right, and if you see the range we drew on Cali in between 450 and 4, the next obvious support level is at 450, so we'll see if it can bounce off of that, continue to push up after that, break that high at 490, and break 5. It's kind of the next phase in that pattern. If it gets rejected at 5, it could wash out under 450, but at least that's what I see. Mitch might have a different view on it, but that's kind of what I see is the 450 area holds as support, and then a push
Without a
back up.
doubt. Without a doubt, man. It was that key spot when it broke that 444, got
Also,
back to another pattern.
Also, kind of GENE is at the crucial level. I can't trade it, but INPX. Yeah, INPX getting a little volume spike. A little bit too cheap for me to want to trade, though. Black Monday watching for the 5 break may go to 6 on Cali. Yeah, Cali. Cali's one of those stocks that everybody's watching right now. Like, everybody has their eyes on CALI. At least if you're a momentum day trader, most people are watching Cali pretty closely here.
At least from the daily charts, guys, I don't see the run to six today. Just because, as you see, it's pretty up there already, guys. It's up 100%. Up there to $6 would mean another probably 50%, another 30-40% there. So what I would look for now more is I'm not necessarily looking for longs anymore, guys. You it's just searching for longs up here is just way
Oof.
too extended. You're up 100% and you're trying to get a stock to go up what 120.
Right. Yeah, look at that drop on CALI. That's why I said it has to find support at 450. If it doesn't, it could start to tank pretty hard here. And so there's that huge drop down to the 440s and the 430s on CALI. Now let's see if the 450 area turns into resistance. Is the next kind of obvious, you know, way I'm looking at it is to see if that 450 area turns into resistance at this point. And then if it does turn into resistance, I'm looking at it under $4 to see if it washes down to about this 360 level. If that makes sense. BBOX sell off. Yeah,
Yeah, Mr. Eric, trying to get in here, trying to keep it up for you guys. Let me see BBOX. Hey guys, like I said, that 198, 199 range, that's where your entry should be if you want to take this stock because you have to have a potential for that bounce there to 207. 207 has to be your risk. It could be a nice trade. You know, it's one of those trades that there is someone big there at 929. He can make this stock crash down or he can make it squeeze up there to 210.
look,
So you got to be careful.
one of them, Black Monday just cut off. Look at PED, Mitch. It's pushing up, starting to spike here, getting a volume spike. It's up to 180. And this is a former
Nice.
runner. This one ran a few days ago. Um,
Nice there,
Up to
guys. It's up there,
186.
186 there. Yeah, nice little run there. Be careful on the pullback. Pullback's about 172, but it did a nice little run there. It didn't look bad there to try to get long there at 180 off of 170. When I do my quick trades, that's what I
It's
would
getting
take.
halted, I believe. No, maybe
That
not.
No, it's just pushing. It's just pushing up on the ask. The spread is getting a little bigger. That's what it was. It was opening up the spread a little bit.
And here's kind of the crucial level with GENE. You can see it's right around that low, and it's testing it now. BIOC also pulling back down to the VWAP area. My bad, Mitch. I know you were about to say something. My bad, brother.
No, you're good. You're good, bro. I'm watching 203 level for the daily for PED. Just to let you guys know that's the high, 203.
Also, BIOC pulling back down to the VWAP. Low volume, bad spread, though.
I definitely don't think PED is more of a long. I think it's more along daily, just trying to get to important levels. So you have to really scalp this trade.
All right, there goes GENE down to 168. Still testing. 166, 165. There's the breakdown. Yeah, that was a nice little VWAP rejection here, but it wasn't a good risk to reward trade for GENE. You know.
Yeah, it didn't give you that perfect entry, and one of the key things is I wouldn't be surprised if you see this stock a little bit later up there back at that VWAP. I just didn't really like it.
So yeah, see if it finds support at 155 as well. Is what I'm kind of
It
watching.
has to be a pattern that you shorted back up there in the 190s.
All right, Corey, have a good day, brother. Yeah, MTSL. People are talking about MTSL, MDGS, CALI.
Yeah, MTSL, next stop there. It went up there to that resistance, 277, guys. Held those 218s, broke out through that 240 to the next resistance there, guys.
Yeah, MTSL running nicely there.
This shows you guys why you guys got to use daily charts. I always recommend have a daily chart. You see the daily high there on April 26th to 280 there.
All right, down to 164 on GENE.
MTSL, the next resistance is up there at 324. What I would really look for is for a volume to get in past 3. There's definitely people that are going to be chasing this 2-3. So you want to see that 3 level and see if the volume can get back up to the probably about 84 to 100,000 shares.
For which one?
That's for MTSL.
Right.
That will show you confirmation that it's really trying to get back up and through 3s, not just trying to get to 3 and come right back down, guys.
Yeah, PED pulling back. Yeah, for sure. Adderley, hindsight's 2020, but like I said, I wish I would have traded CALI. And no offense taken. As long as
that's what I'm working on. One of the key things is being to the setup, and then I'll get right back on there, guys. That's why I'm able to see it. Is that if you see the setup, you eventually will take the trade. One of the key things is I've been on the short side for probably about the last month, so it's been kind of hard for me to get back to the long side. So it's more of a matter of something that I haven't played too often. And when you're not looking for a specific play, I don't want to take it. But that's what I'm more long going to work for, guys. 10 a.m. longs, so you guys can start looking for those alerts from now on.
Yeah, for sure. The reason I didn't trade it is because I'm trying to stick with that one setup that I've back tested enough, which is the VWAP fade setup. I've back tested it so much, I see there's an edge with it. And kind of my trading plan is to just look for that one specific setup and then just rinse and repeat it. And so while Cali may have had a lot of good risk reward, it's just not my cup of tea. I'm more of a short bias trader, and I'm trying to just stick with the patterns and setups that have worked for me thus far.
Yeah, we'll eventually get you on that long side, John.
Yeah, one day.
We'll work on that one strategy at a time. One of the key things is you don't want to overwhelm. We want to be able to nail at least the VWAP fade always.
Right.
Every single time we see it, we nail it. We nail the stocks, and then this way we'll start opening the playbook. We're trying to build the playbook, and that's what this long there on Cali is. And I'll keep trying to build that strategy. John will keep trying to nail those VWAP fades and those VWAP rejections, and then we'll keep moving forward with that.
Right, for sure, for sure. But yeah, guys, it's almost 11:15 market time. Stuff might start slowing down a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I mean, a very small profit day, but it's a green day, so it's all about cents per share, not how much money I actually make. And so I'll be back tomorrow, same time as always. Like I said, it's time to start using a little bit bigger sizing. So Corey mentioned we'll be upping our sizing tomorrow. My charting has been on point, and I'm kind of right there with you. It's about time for me to up my sizing as well. So yeah, if it's your first time here, I day trade live on stream right here on YouTube every weekday morning. I start at 8:45 a.m. and usually Mitch is here every morning as well. And so we hope you'll hit that subscribe button and join us again tomorrow at the same time. If you haven't already, click the like button on this video. Mitch, I'm going to go ahead and give you your little shout out. Hold on, let me get your page up. Everybody go check out Mitch's channel. He sometimes streams as well. And so go check out his channel. I'll go ahead and post the link here so you can see the link to Mitch. You going to be streaming today by any chance, Mitch?
No, guys. No, I'm not going to be streaming, guys. The only thing I'm going to put out there, guys, is just one to watch there, guys, is EGY. Just doing a slow fadeaway, guys. They're back to the VWAP. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day, guys. I've had pretty much no sleep. That's why I was here late, guys. Just gonna go get some rest, and I'll be here tomorrow there to alert you guys to those nice, great trades there, and we'll keep going there.
Me too. I'm gonna get some sleep too. But yeah, guys, everybody have a good day. I hope you guys will join us. Also, guys, if you want to check out a good channel that has a trade ideas scanner, you can check out Arian's World here. I'll post the link. Arian's World is doing a scanner here. Let me see. Hold on. Or Adrian's World, I guess. I don't know what it is. But he does a day trade. He scans and puts out his trade ideas watch list, and so go check out his channel. He scans and puts that in. So go check it out. He puts his watch list up every day during the market, so you can actually see what's moving. But yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. Go check out those two channels, and I'll be back at the same time as always. All right, Mitch, you want to say anything, brother?
Nah, man, that's it, guys. I'm just happy to show you guys that if you focus, you try to find the right setups, take the right risks to rewards, we'll continue on, man.
I do want to mention this really quick. I called out Cali. If you heard me say exactly what CALI is going to do, I think it's funny when people say technical analysis doesn't work. Because like I said, if you heard me, I said I'm looking for that 450 area to turn into resistance, and the potential reward would be down to 4. And that's exactly what CALI did. It dropped underneath the 450 area, held that point as resistance, and now it's down to 412, and it touched 405. And so that's really kind of the natural progression when you're looking at a stock, especially one like CALI. You got to see that natural progression of previous support levels turning into resistance and previous resistance levels turning into support. And so that's kind of how I base those trades off of. And yeah, maybe it might be time to get into the long side, but I'm working on that VWAP fade setup. Like I said, that's kind of what I've been trying to focus on for the most part. Appreciate all the subs. Appreciate that, NYC. Yeah, it's cool to get over 5,000 subs. So not a bad few weeks here for my channel. But yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. If you want to support this channel, click the like button right now on this video. It definitely helps support us. Click the like button. And yeah, guys, have a good day. I'll see you all tomorrow.